Hello everyone, and welcome to the video about some facts of my Little Nightmares fanfiction and Nightmares journey. There is some few things you need to know before you can actually read the remake of A Nightmare's Journey. I'm gonna explain what changed from the original version to the remaster, what kind of difference they are, and how the fanfiction was made. Also, I would like to mention a few headcanon voices of my OCs. If you would like to know that, stay tuned. Well, let's not rambling around anymore, and I'm gonna tell you what is all the difference and what are those facts. Let's begin. The first and obvious fact is that Alira is my Little Nightmares persona. As you may know, I like to draw, and there are so many portraits in the mall and in the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2 and Very Little Nightmares. Who has drawn all those art? So I made my Little Nightmares persona an artist out of it. Suits me pretty well though, except Alira is drawing traditional art. A Nightmare's Journey was actually from a roleplay, from a very old roleplay I had with Ask Tiny 3, better known as Rare Pancake Sauce or Freak Wankuchen. You can watch this person on DeviantArt under the username Maniac the Leader. They make incredible artwork and I can only recommend you to watch them. Yeah, okay, enough with the shout out. Anyways, originally, the person in this fanfiction, is taking a journey from the mall, and from a very stupid reason. At that time, I was very broken. I got very freshly abandoned from my so-called friend, who was also friends with my fourth ex-boyfriend. And I put that all on the roleplay I was having with Freak Wankuchen. I also had a crush on one of his friends. Oh, I'm so glad I put this off from the new fanfiction. You can still read the original one, because it would be really harsh to delete all those 1,000 views. Although I might keep it in the storage. Or I might delete it anyway. Need to find out how to do this. The guests I had as OCs are based out of some people I know in real life. At least the female guests. Wilma was based out of a real-life friend of my brother. At that time, he was still with his ex-girlfriend, and she talked very harsh about her. So I thought it was fun to make an OC out of it. At that time, Wilma was together with Jürgen. With these guests, I'm coming later to it. Anyways, Wilma is now with Peter, and they are actually a very sweet couple. Ramona was based out of a very old co-worker of mine who was very mean to me as I was still working at the second-hand store. This person even threw a clothing at my face because I was hanging them in a wrong thingy there, and she would always yell at me. She would always smoke on her cigar, and she would always snack some chocolate bar during the work. And this is how I made a guest OC out of her. And before you may ask, she also had such like a malish voice, really rough from all those smoking cigarettes. Why are people doing this? Julieta is based out of my brother's ex. Easy. Yeah. I cannot let Jürgen alone, now that Wilma is now with Peter. Speaking of which, the Hans-Peter-Jürgen family. Those 3 guests are actually based out of a medicine doll, as I was trying my training as a pharmacy student thingy. Failed pretty hard, and we had this one figure with all those anatomy and the organs and stuff, and we called them Hans, Peter, Jürgen. And it actually suits really well to the guests. I used to ship Alara, who was actually me in Little Nightmares, with the twin chef one, the one with the fish face. The more grumpy one in the fandom. There's some references of the ship in the remake, but Alara doesn't like him back. The ending of A Nightmare's Journey was originally very, very brutal. Instead of just one person being sliced up, there were 3 people. One of them was my ex, and yeah, his death is really, really graphic. And this last chapter was just very cringe. I don't want to mention this. Ew. Unless the original, the new one would have a beginning of how Alara got in the mall, how she met the ferryman, and what took her in the mall. And you will also get some of her background story. Alara has also a Spyro version of herself. A ram hornet black red dragon with a gas mask on it. And as clothing she has a collar with the eye on it. Cecilia, the fox child, has also a Spyro form, who's also one of the adopted children of Alara in Spyro universe. Alara has 2 children in the Maw universe. One is named Aaron, and the second one is Maddie. Alara didn't survive Maddie's birth. The remaster of A Nightmare's Journey has 2 endings as well. Instead of different ships, there are also different endings. The bad ending is leading you to Little Nightmares 2, where Alara meets the Thin Man and the actual real form of Cecilia. Cecilia is actually now a shapeshifter, somewhat like a kitsune. Obvious. I mean, if Little Nightmares already has yokais now in the universe, it would be very fitting if there is a kitsune. So, yeah. Cecilia's fate was supposed to be very different. She could have been turned into a gnome before the Little Nightmares 1 event began. But I decided to scrap this off. Also, Cecilia hates the guts of Six after what she has done. In the bad ending, she is also helping out the Thin Man to get revenge of Six. You know why. Yeah, you might know that I hate Six. Okay, I guess I'm done with all those facts. Anyways, here are the headcanon voices of some of my Little Nightmares OC. Have fun!
I know your deepest secret. You came here to keep yourself away from the past. What if it only came after you? People who don't know me call me the shapeshifter, the trickster, but you can call me the fox child.
Oh my God! It all makes sense now! Show me what you got, soldiers!
Rose really is something else.
I mean, look at this. She really is something else.
Hey, Judy, I'd just like to say I'm sorry for the way I behaved in my youth. I had a lot of self-doubt, and it manifested itself in the form of unchecked rage and aggression. I was a major jerk.
You have to live with the shitty thing you did for the rest of your life. You have to know that it's never, ever going to be okay. I'm not going to feel better, and I'm not going to be your prop so you can feel better. I don't care about the job! Now get the fuck out of my house.
What? Okay, I learned my lesson. Making fun of people is wrong. Because it's embarrassing. Amy writes Little House on the Prairie fan fiction about herself and posts it on the internet. Just one. Babies! Play nice with your new chew toy.
A dozen carrots.
Thanks.
Have a nice day.
Come on.
Oh, I tried. And it made life so much worse for so many innocent predators.
That's it! That's what I've been missing! Oh, keys! Keys, keys, keys! Hurry, come on! Oh, thank you! I love you, bye!